Hey guys, it's Ash here in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Honestly, I need a little bit of positive vibes out there today. This might be a somewhat long-winded and meandering video, so what I want to do here is out the gate, for those who do not care to watch and listen to me ramble, I did play a little bit of Live Arena about an hour ago in the background, so you can watch that too. But if you don't want the whole spiel about the content creator life and yada, 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 I'll give you the high level right here out the gate so you can click on and move on with your evening or day or whenever you're watching this. So the high level is I uploaded a video about, 8 hours ago now, talking about maybe there being a nerf to the fusion that's live right now in the game in Sanguine Maria, right? And the truth is I deleted that video, and the reason I did it was because the information was not 100% confirmed yet, and we should know the actual reality of what is happening, if anything, really soon. I'm thinking probably tomorrow, but that is not 100% confirmed either. There's a lot more nuance to the story, so I do want to get into it, but that's the TLDR. So if you're going for the fusion right now, basically what I said in that video was, if they're nerfing this fusion after it's already been in the game for a day, after content creators have already made content on it being super OP everywhere, can't miss, must fuse, that's not cool. It's basically what I said in the video, but I confirmed that it was actually happening, and I'll talk about why. So that's the video. That's why I took it down. Part of the reason why I took it down. Truth is, guys, I had another video that I was just going to upload right now, all ready to go. It was a really fun collab. Biggest mistake I've ever made in Raid Shadow Legends. But I felt like I was seeing more and more comments, even a Reddit post about, dude, White Ash, you know how it is in life, right? You put something out there, and then when you take it, it's a Streisand effect, right? You start talking about it, you delete it, it becomes a bigger story, a bigger deal. And I knew if I, release a collab right now, all the comments are going to be like, dude, you're going to just ignore the fact that you deleted the video where you criticized Plarium for nerfing the fusion? So I had to do something on it, right? And I need to take some accountability for what I did wrong in this video as well. So let me walk you through my day. I wake up this morning, as I always do. I'm getting my kiddo ready for school. Single dad here, so it's like, in the mornings, I'm sure you all know parents out there, it can be a little chaotic. We have our rhythm and our routine. It's all good. One of the things that I do, though, is I check my little messages and I check for any raid news, right? So I had a text message right out the gate and saying, yo, they're nerfing the fusion. So someone letting me know. They saw it on Reddit. It was a non-creator, by the way, just a clanmate of mine, right? So I was like, oh, they're nerfing the fusion that's already inside the game? So I actually have like studio space for my day job that I do all of my recording on normally. But I do have a small little setup at home too. But I was like, dude, nerfing the fusion. I had the Reddit post right in front of me. I have a Discord moderator from Plarium confirming the news. I have a moderator on the subreddit from Plarium confirming the news. So I just thought, hell, I'm going live with this bad boy, because honestly, I'll be real with you, 50-50. 50% of me was like, dude, no one's making content on this yet. So I want to be first to the news. I'm never first to the news. I wake up here in the US and all those EU cats, they're already live with their news videos. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to break this news, baby. And number two, equally, actually more important, is, man, if people are going for the fusion before it gets nerfed, they ought to know about this, right? I mean, like, obviously, Captain Obvious here. So I do my little home studio. I bust out a 6-minute video. I'm like, Plarium, how can you not play test this? How can you not play test this champion? Moreover, what about the 2 days of content of all the content creators saying, dude, must fuse, test server, she's nuts, she can solo Fire Knight 10. Granted, in very good gear, but still. And then I thought to myself, well, when I saw that footage, by the way, the test server, I thought to myself, Titus was busted in OP and he was as intended. They didn't nerf him. So maybe this is Sanguine Maria is just meant to be like Sify, not even Sify. She looks kind of like Sify, but like, I don't know, LMA on steroids. I don't know, but basically a beast, right? A game changer in the true sense of the word. So anyway, I released the video. And then like half an hour later, another creator messaged me and they said, hey, you went live with the news. I went live with the news too. And I was like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah, but we weren't supposed to. So I'm like, we weren't supposed to say that? I saw that Plarium was already saying it, live on, what about the moderators? So I go retroactively and I check our creator chat. And it turns out they did give us the heads up that there might be changes. But then about a half an hour later, Plarium said that, wait a second, we don't know anything for sure right now. Let's not talk about this because we don't want to fuel speculation when we don't know for certain what's going to happen yet. So if you already said something, that's okay. But please don't say anything more, right? That's what they said. So I'm like, oh golly. This is the whole situation is pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie. So I messaged and I apologized to the other creators in our little creator chat, because I went live with news that a lot of them were holding off on, right? And then I DM'd and I apologized to the community manager, and then they asked that I remove the video because other creators, rightfully so, were complaining about, I was talking about it, Ash was talking about it, why can't they tell their audience about this news, right? So they put out a message and they said, hey, listen, we don't know exactly what's going to happen here. It's late in the day. Let's wait till tomorrow and we'll share, So I deleted the video, but I don't feel great about it because the Fusion's still live in game. So what I would do for the Fusion right now, in terms of if you're already going for the Fusion, we have the champion training event. Those can be super arduous. Personally, I'm still going for her, right? Because the news that wasn't confirmed now and it might not be happening was that they wanted her to be a beast in PvP and maybe she was a little overtuned in PvE. To me, and I'll reserve my opinion on what actually happens. I want to look at the facts, right? So maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But honestly, so I made a mistake. I should have checked in with Plarium directly before I went live with the news. Now, subsequently, there's dozens of videos covering all this already live right now, right? So other creators have went live, other non-community creators have covered the news. So I think that, listen, I made a mistake, and I owe you guys an apology too, because I want to say this is the first time ever on this YouTube channel that I've ever went live with news or anything, and I've had to basically retract it, But like I said, I felt weird not just uploading my normally scheduled content, So I feel really strongly about this. If they are going to nerf the champion, I feel like it's a lousy move. It really speaks of, frankly, lack of playtesting. And I've been really positive about this game. And you guys, some of you guys have let me know about it in the comments lately. Dude, Ash, you used to be a voice of the people. Now you're a shill for Plarium. But the truth is, I've actually been enjoying the game lately. It's true, And I'm actually looking forward to what's coming in the update. After the free gear removal for me, even as a spender in the game, I started to really enjoy the game a hell of a lot more, right? It's different when you're using your best gear on all your champions, So I really enjoyed that, and I am looking forward to what's to come. So I've been in a really positive mood, but with this nerf, if it does happen, who knows? And I'll upload immediately if it does, and I'll give you the details, I'll give you the info, and I'll reserve my opinion mainly for then. But obviously, I've already mentioned a few of the points here in this video, right? It's dude, it's a Fusion event. It's not some random Lego that you didn't balance that well or whatever, but it's a Fusion that's already had, hundreds of hours of test server build that's been live already for a long time, and now, a couple days after, that feels bad, if that's the case. So anyway, I'll reserve my opinion till then. But I did want to apologize to you guys, and I wanted to apologize to my fellow content creators, right? Because I really, they were getting their audience reaching out to them saying, dude, I saw a video from Ash. You're not even going to talk about this, dude. You're just going to let us go for the Fusion. But I do want to zoom back out for a moment here. The people that I interface with, honestly, at Plarium are all kind, and you can tell they're doing their best. But there's an issue with the news right now in Raid. I have not made one video on this channel. You won't find any speculating on this freaking Leonardo event, right? And I'm so glad that I didn't. I was tempted to, and no shade at any creators who did at all. But I kind of didn't by circumstance. I wasn't there on the news, and I wasn't like Johnny on the spot with the news. And then I saw all the push and the pull of no, maybe no Leo event. Oh, maybe the next one's a Leo event. Maybe the other, this ambiguity around it. And honestly, intuitively you would think, yeah, I mean, of course they're going to wait till the very end to give the big shebang, the big Leonardo guaranteed event if there is one. And it's not going to be guaranteed, not like Michelangelo guaranteed, right? Guaranteed if you spend enough, right? But ultimately, I didn't make any of that content. But what they've done with just the lack of communication, and you know why they do it, the almighty dollar, right? Because it's got to be, you'd think at least, because we have all of these shard events for Leonardo. If you knew there was for sure going to be a guaranteed Leonardo event at the end of this campaign, and you knew exactly what it was going to be, and you knew you could forecast whether or not you wanted to go for it or not go for it, you probably wouldn't be pulling a hell of a lot of shards along the way the rest of the month and a half, 2 months or whatever, So I think that there's probably a reason, that's probably it, why they don't give all this information. But golly, it stinks, because in comparison to every other game every other developer that I've worked with, and again, it's not shade at anybody individually. Everybody's so nice and kind, and you can tell they're doing their best. But it feels like their hands are kind of tied, right? But like, creators are not adversaries of the game developer or the game publisher, nor are we adversaries of anybody, frankly. Like, we're supposed to be a conduit. And also, frankly, as a publisher standpoint, we should be a marketing vehicle, a marketing tool for your game. Thus, we should be delivering the good news, right? Here's what, hey, it's a Ninja Turtles collab. I think the Ninja Turtles collab was amazing. I think all the turtles are freaking amazing. The designs are awesome. The aesthetics are great. Maybe with the exception of April and Shredder a little bit, in terms of how good they are. But still, they're beast mode. They nailed it. But I'm like almost exhausted, not because of anything in-game, just because of the constant like, oh, is this the event? Is that the event? And then things change last minute. Maybe there's something I'm unaware of. I hate to speak on things so definitively when I don't have all the information. I'm just a content creator for the game. But I like this game. I love this community. And I'm appreciative of Plarium. But man, some of these things it feels like something's just not sitting right with the level of communication that we're afforded. And what it does is it confuses and adds unnecessary, strife and anxiety and I don't know, anticipation in some ways with the community, right? False expectations. And inevitably, it leaves people feeling pretty lousy and maybe even disengaged. And I think it's a shame, because it's an awesome event. And the Ninja Turtles, that is, and the fusion's an awesome fusion, and it's the Halloween time and all the decorations. Like, we should be talking about fun things like the Harvest Jack buff that they never did. I just feel like, listen, this game is quite demanding, either on your time or on your bank account or on both. And it takes a certain type of player to be playing Raid Shadow Legends, And golly, I think that we deserve a little bit better, frankly, I think we deserve better as a community, So I'll end this rambly video. I warned you guys. I'll end it with an apology to my fellow creators for going live with news that I shouldn't have, for you guys for putting out news that I shouldn't have and then deleting the video and leaving everybody, even more confused. I guess that's it. Damn it. So stay tuned for tomorrow. We will share the news of the balance change, I'll even say, to Sanguine Maria, if indeed there is one. And I will reserve all of my vitriol over this decision for that video, if indeed it is the case. One thing's for sure, this champion looks freaking insane, just busted, right? Like one of the strongest champions ever to be added to the game. It's not a surprise that she's overtuned. What is a surprise is that they would mention this, if indeed is the case, days after she's already live in game. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. Wait for the official news. Whatever I say, what do I know? Just a stupid talking head here in Raid Shadow Legends. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.